can't do it how I do it, I might knock you off your feet. Baby, just come get a look. Yeah, I be having them hooked. Everyone all on my line. Attention, still a crook. Yeah, I be all on your mind. Like a toupee off the top. Turn on the spotlight. Sit back and just watch. Sit back and just watch. 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 Sit back and just watch. Just watch. Sit back and just watch. Sit back and just watch. Sit back and just watch.
Striving with the odds stacked against me. Mentality good and plenty. Cause I can't complain out of respect for the people that sent me. Ancestors, forefathers, family, people that get me. And my younger self just looking at me saying, please don't let me down. If you stumble, fix that crown. And I just do this all for us. I just feeling in my gut that I had to keep it pushing cause amazing ain't enough. And I do this for my team, for the heights we couldn't touch. Now we raising up the levels and they trying to reach us. Yeah, I do this all for us. I just feeling in my gut that I had to keep it pushing cause amazing ain't enough. And I do this for my team, for the heights we couldn't touch. Now we raising up the levels and they trying to reach us. Yeah, they trying to reach. That I had to keep it pushing cause amazing ain't enough. And I do this for my team, for the heights we couldn't touch. Now we raising up the levels and they trying to reach us. Yeah, I do this all for us. I this feeling in my gut that I had to keep it pushing cause amazing ain't enough. And I do this for my team, for the heights we couldn't touch. Now we raising up the levels and they trying to reach us. Yeah, they trying to reach.
So comfortably, paper so big that you gotta read the summary. Baby, I'm a boss, come with me, I need company. For a couple hours, maybe a day, we'll be okay if I lead the way. We'll be okay if I lead the way. We'll be okay if I lead the way. If I lead the way, if I lead the way, if I lead the way, if I lead the way. I'm the only option. I'm the only option. Turn it to the max, haters gon' hate, dollars gon' stack. Throwing them hips, how you do it like that? You looking like a snack and I only speak facts. Let's relax. Maybe a day, we'll be okay if I lead the way. We'll be okay if I lead the way. We'll be okay if I lead the way. If I lead the way, if I lead the way, if I lead the way. We'll be okay if I lead the way. If I lead the way, if I lead the way, if I lead the way. I'm the only option.
Yeah, yeah, we're rising up. No, nobody can stop me, can't fight this rush. No, I won't stop, no, top 3 is the final push. Can't imitate how we be, better keep it hush. But I can't hide this buzz, cause we're rising up. Yeah, we're rising up. Yeah, we're rising up. Yeah, we're rising up. In the moment, stay focused. I smell the wind and it's potent. I remain the main component, cause they all know I'm the coldest. So cold that they frozen, overwhelmed by the notion. Pressure building, it's over when you feel the explosion. Yeah, they call me the showman. The way I'm shining, I'm golden, and I bring the commotion. My spirit never been broken, cause I got the devotion. No magical potion, you're just a drop in the ocean. I'm a tidal wave taking over. In the moment, stay focused. They all know I'm the coldest. So cold that they frozen. Pressure building, it's over. Yeah, we're rising up. No, nobody can stop me, can't fight this rush. No, I won't stop, no, top 3 is the final push. Can't imitate how we be, better keep it hush. But I can't hide this buzz, cause we're rising up. Yeah, we're rising up. Yeah, we're rising up. Yeah, we're rising up. We the fire in the belly of the beast, a menace to society, we hungry, gotta eat. We ain't gotta lie when it's clear enough to see. Action over anything means everything to me. It means everything. Yeah, it ain't over till the time's up. Hustle hard cause the power is in my touch. Dig deep cause I feel it in my guts. We at God level so you better hype it up. Up, up, we getting fired up. Up, up, we gonna light it up. Up, up, we getting fired up. Up, up, I got it in my blood. Up, up, we getting fired up. Up, up, we gotta light it up. Up, up, we getting fired up. Up, up, I got it in my blood. Yeah. Moth to the flame, pressure in the pain. Everything we stand for, everything we gain. Feet firm on the floor, handling my lane. Stop standing in the way, cause we're going up, up. We getting fired up, up, up. We gotta light it up, up, up. We getting fired up, up, up. I got it in my blood, up, up. We getting fired up, up, up. We gotta light it up, up, up. We getting fired up, up, up. I got it in my blood. Fire in the belly of the beast, a menace to society. We hungry, gotta eat. We ain't gotta lie when it's clear enough to see. Action over anything means everything to me. Everything. Yeah, it ain't over till the time's up. Hustle hard cause the power is in my touch. Dig deep cause I feel it in my guts. We at God level so you better hype it up. Take a step back for a minute. Got a place going up when I'm in it. Aim at the win and I did it. Where we at, that's none of your business, I'm that product of the hard work. That's why I'ma always come first. Push through the pain, not a concern. Coming hot like fire, now we gon' burn. Run fast when we chase that bag. Leave them all like damn, damn, damn. Dig deep, go hard in the pain. Make noise like bang, bang, bang. Heavy hitter in the ring, go slam. Yeah, I got what it takes, go ham. No foot on the brakes, that look on the face like damn, damn, damn. This time you won't put nobody in the corner, I'm grown, so don't get funny with the tone. I can go clear, leave them all unknown. I'm the real deal, not a fake, not a clone. Oh gosh, got them trembling, shaking. One shot and I'm destined to take racing. Non-stop, I'm a legend in the making. Rolling, we came here to win, so move, just move. No fear when we step up the gear, so move, just move. On top of the game, unstoppable. Hard work campaign, gotta power through. So when we step in the place, just move, yeah, move. Gotta work that overtime. Put the power over mind. Push the boundary over lines. Cut his life is only mine. Got spirit, got fight, got hope. Elevate to the heights unknown. Celebrate cause tonight we own. Stay winning cause we bringing it home. Rolling, we came here to win, so move, just move. No fear when we step up the gear, so move, just move. On top of the game, unstoppable. Hard work campaign, gotta power through. So when we step in the place, just move, yeah, move, move.
Just watch me now.
DJ song, drop the queens.
Cameras rolling. Queen stand by. Ready, set, glow. We do our thing, we choose our way. 不为谁的声音迎后退。They can talk, let them say. 我们站稳 every day. We put in the sweat and tears, taking it to another gear. Every step, every beat, 这一刻属于我们自己。No doubt in our hearts, no fear. We earn every second here. 双手举高，节奏拉快。Watch us take the night. Shine on, shine on. 你我此刻在发光。Feel the heat, feel the beat. 节奏移动，全场跟上。Shine on, shine on. Under lights, we stand tall. When we glow, the game turns on. Queen shine on all night long. 新装 game day, lights come on, 黑黄一片。Y'all stand up, 新北 rise now. We crown the city, no surprise, we always ready. Let's go kings, together we'll fight. Side by side, we own this night. 当我们闪耀全场点燃，感受女王的力量。Shine on, 你我时刻在发光。Feel the heat, feel the beat. 节奏移动，全场跟上。Shine on, shine on. Under lights, we stand tall. When we glow, the game turns on. Queen shine on all night long. Heartbeats racing, try to behave. 呼吸变重，快要失控。Queens move different, never rush. The lights come on, time to crush. Shine on, shine on. 你我此刻在发光。Feel the heat, feel the beat. 节奏移动，全场跟上。Shine on, shine on. Under lights, we stand tall. When we glow, the game turns on. Queen shine on all night long. Shine on. Shine on.
现场的球迷朋友们，最大的掌声加尖叫，献给我们的新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens。
All right， 新卫军，你们准备好了吗？接下来为各位介绍客队：桃园台啤永丰云豹登录名单。球衣背号6号徐宏伟，球衣背号7号麦卡洛，球衣背号8号汪德宇，球衣背号10号丁冠浩。 球衣背号12号林信宽，球衣背号21号王浩吉，球衣背号27号黄振，球衣背号57号曹勋香，球衣背号82号刘元凯。接下来为您介绍先发5人：球衣背号5号高景伟，球衣背号11号庄博元。 球衣背号24号克罗马，球衣背号31号董永全，球衣背号33号迪亚洛，总教练罗德尔，助理教练林冠军、普莱特，领队汤奇安，顾问周俊山，营运长严行书。
接下来，请我们现场的球迷朋友们一起看向我们上方的大荧幕，让我们一起来欣赏新北国王年度形象影片。
Welcome to New Taipei, where resilience is rooted in our DNA. We stumble, but we rise strong. We fight, and we never stop. This is a city in constant motion, where courts, crowds, champions are born. Where hustle meets heart, and passion fuels every play. We don't just run the floor, we run the game. We outpace, outwork, and outshine. Every block, every shot, every word from the stands, it all belongs to the Kings. Here, glory doesn't fade. Dreams don't sleep. Legends don't wait. We are the Kings. And the reign don't stop.
心中承包的各位，告诉我你们 Are you ready？ 接下来进场的是新北国王。首先为各位介绍 Number 2技术苏培凯 Number 8潜力锋线钟立翔。背号11号皇家坦克王柏志 ，Number 12攻守一体新北飞鹰李彦廷 ，Number 15禁卫军自走炮菲米269比，背号17号再来一盘。我打苏西苏世轩 ，Number 19皇家大锁榜哥林金榜 ，Number 20禁卫军弓箭手 Rider 熊香台 ，It's time。接下来为各位介绍新北国王先发5人 ，Starting 5 Number 26皇家未来之星乔纳森 ，Number 5皇家守护者 Jordan Gardner。Number 33全能锋线 Jordan Talbot， 背号13号皇家狙击手男模吕正如。Finally Number 1左右开弓 Joseph Lin 林书伟。总教练洪志善，助理教练 Thomas Wiseman 林振宇、李维恩，上队的孩子魏巍，球队经理洪志虎，球队助理李文轩，球队辅导员 Claire Danner， 首席体能教练张崇熙，体能助理教练赵德，防务员邱博凯、吴聪豪，总经理毛家恩，执行长陈信生，董事长王文祥。Alright， 现场的球迷朋友们，我们现在呢邀请你们呢把目光放到我们的场中央，与此同时呢，可以把你们手上的拍拍扇先折好哦。等一下呢，需要你们跟着节奏一起敲打。接下来呢，让我们来邀请到我们的新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens 来到我们的场中央，欢迎我们女王州的女主角们。好的，让我们的女王们请就位。好的，大家都已经就位完成了。好，我们首先呢要来进行复习的，也就是我们的防守 defense。等一下呢，邀请大家呢把你们的拍拍扇拿起来一起敲打。 然后并且呢大声的喊出防守。All right， 地队上准备好跟我们一起捍卫王城了吗 ？Let's go！
防守，
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 防守，这就是我们的防守。等一下呢，要交给大家大声的喊出来了。接下来呢，在进攻的时候，你们会听到胖胖胖胖胖新北国王，没错。等一下节奏的部分交给你们敲打，我会喊一次新北国王，第二次交给你们喊喽。地队上，让我们一起进攻吧 ，Let's go！ 新北国王，欢迎你们 ！Yes sir。
Happy Wednesday, fans, wherever you are, however you're streaming, you're watching TPBL on AXN Sports. The Taiwan Beer Leopards come to town to play the new Taipei Kings for tonight's Game 82. We're live here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium on this Wednesday night. AXN Sports giving you your dose of pro basketball tonight. My name is Taylor Chen, and a happy Lunar New Year as well as a happy Ramadan to all of our fans wherever you guys are all watching. This is our first game back after the Lunar New Year break as well as the second and last FIBA window. So we actually witnessed quite a game between Chinese Taipei and the Korea national team here at this stadium. As we have our special Shine On theme tonight, or for this week, as we take a look at the regular season standings right now. The Taoyuan Leopards got their 5-game winning streak broken by the Formosa Dreamers. That Kings currently tied with the Dreamers after sweeping their previous homestand Lioneers just a hair above the CTBCDA. Now rankings between 2nd through 5th will continue to change as the weeks continue to go on by. Mars and Aquas at the bottom, risking elimination. Taipei Taixing Mars, their elimination number is 8-10 for the Kaohsiung Aquas. Taking a look at our game notes tonight, New Taipei Kings are having a strong 2026. As I mentioned, they are on a 5-game winning streak since January. They are 6-2. Now, they managed to jump from 6th place all the way up to 2nd. Now, their second win, or 2 wins this week, they will finally get themselves at 2nd alone. So they will surpass Dreamers' record. Now, despite a winning record over New Taipei Kings, the Taiwan Beer Leopards, they have allowed the most points per game against said home team. Now, that is due to their Rookie of the Year as well as former Import Player of the Year, Lasan Kroma, as well as Gao Jingwei. As we talk to interim head coach Hong Zi-san, what's been the catalyst in the Kings' uphill climb up the ranks and what can push them the extra mile tonight. As we also had interviewed Henry Rodel, his first year coaching here in Taiwan, giving us his own evaluation of the team as we come out of the break. And what's tonight's game plan?
Well, I think every day in practice we're trying to get better.
Kings?
So it's been a process. I feel like the guys have responded well to what we're trying to accomplish. Responded well to the different challenges that the season brings. So at this point, I feel like we're in a good position. But you know, it's halfway through the season, so there's not much time to analyze or look back. We're looking forward to the next games. Kings are a very talented team, especially offensively. A lot of guys that can score many and multiple points. So they're a difficult matchup. So our main focus also, of course, will be defensively to try to apply a lot of pressure on the guards to see that they can't organize the game well, and then hopefully, keep them from scoring too many points throughout the game. Very lucky today to have my birthday. A lot of people have called, so it's exciting. It's a special day. Of course, on my birthday, I'd like for my team to respond the best way possible, and then celebrate tonight.
A happy birthday to Henrik Rodel. So let's see if the Leopards players can get him a win on his special day. Former Egypt national head coach has really led the Leopards. They are now 4.5 games above the 6 teams. And as I mentioned, they are on a 5-game winning streak. The record to break in TPBL would be 7 games. I know it was broken, or it was made by the Lioneers just
我觉得应该是胖总他的整合有把大家可以更加的整合得更好，那也让我们可以更清楚的知道自己的定位，然后在场上需要做些什么事情。那也让我们去延续我们之前好的一些进攻或防守，然后让我们在这边去做更好的加强，然后跟进步这样。当然一定是全力抢胜嘛。那主要还是延续我们前几场做的还不错，就是减少失误，然后做好对于云豹，因为他们的攻击手跟射手确实蛮多，然后做好对他们的防守，那我相信赢球的机会应该就会增加这样。
So the league instead talked to Liu Zhenru, number 13. He's getting his 7th game start tonight as we take a look at the referees very briefly. Talking about, you know, they're going to be running, they're going to be keeping a tight lip. So essentially he said run the game plans accordingly, keeping it all hands on deck and prevent any turnovers, any additional turnovers made. I mean, Taoyuan Leopards, they have a lot of strong players offensively. We talk about Gao Jingwei as well as Lasan Chroma. Chroma averaging 20.4 points per game. On the other hand, Gao Jingwei, in the last 3 games alone, he is scoring above his average, 23 points per game for him. As we're getting ready to start off with this game, Jonathan Matthew Smith, he's earned his first ever game start this season. He is the first round 7th overall draft pick from this season for the new Taipei Kings. They drafted 2 players. Alongside him was Ryder Sheng, coming from Honolulu, Hawaii. As we see Gao Jingwei on the screen right now, he has been nominated for the January-February Player of the Month, as he was averaging 17.9 points per game, under 6 assists per game. As we see on the new Taipei Kings side, Hayden Garner is back, reinstated on the active roster. So this is his first game returning since he has been reinstated. He was removed from the roster in late January 29th, reinstated February 19th. So why these dates are important is that players that are deregistered must stay off of the active roster for the minimum of 3 weeks. So Austin Day, speaking of players that have been deregistered, he had done so on February 15th. So what that means, he could be reinstated on March 8th, the day before the deadline. So what that means is no more foreign players allowed, no more trades between the 7 teams as we get ourselves started with the Leopards starting 5, Gao Jingwei, Miles, Zhang Boren, Brian, as well as Dong Yongquan, Lasan Chroma, as well as Chek Diallo. For the new Taipei Kings, Joe Lin, Jonathan Matthew Smith, as I said, earning his first game start ever. Liu Zhenru, Jaden Garner, as well as Jordan Turlberg. Jaden Garner, like I said, reinstated. And let's see if they can keep their 5-game winning streak intact. A common denominator with these 5-game wins was Olu Jobi. Since being signed with the new Taipei Kings, well, they've been on this winning streak since, as well as Liu Zhenru being on the starting 5. Could it be a starting factor or some superstition going on? We'll see as we have the Leopards in possession of the game. They're wearing their dark green kits, while the new Taipei Kings are rocking a pale yellow jersey. Entry denied by Jordan Torberg. Diallo, though, going through, and that basket goes through to start off this game. 82-20 for the Leopards. 11, Brian. He has started all 23 games this season as Joseph Lin knocks down an and one off of Brian. And on the ball still managed to finish Joseph Lin. He's had quite a few strong games before the Lunar New Year break. He broke his own scoring record as well as hitting a TPBL record. He made 15 assists against the Hsinchu Lioneers. So tying up with the overall TPBL assist record, that is Lasan Chroma. He is the import player who's made that record. Down low to Gardner, getting free throws, and between the locals, that's going to be on number 31, Lewis Dong Yongchen. He's got his 4th game start. Now, Hayden Gardner is the youngest import player for the new Taipei Kings. This is only his 3rd season playing professionally and overseas. He was a Virginia University college athlete, was hitting one of the rare milestones in D1 NCAA, hitting 2,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Chroma resetting with the lay-in, 2 strong free throws for number 24. A lot of stop and go action right now. Tolbert trying to stop Lasan Chroma. But as I said, got a lot of Leopards have the luxury of many scorers on the team, including the man on the screen, Lasan Chroma. Was the 2-time steals and points leader between TPBL and what was T1. There's another screen that's set up by Matthew Smith. Joe Lin nearly at the logo now with 8 seconds remaining. Out to Liu Zhenru. Off target, Chroma picks up the leftovers. Skip pass to Check Diallo, but bobbles it, and here comes Jolin, lobbing it over to Tolbert. Tolbert coming through with a slam! Through Lasan Chroma and Check Diallo. And a good eye by Joseph Lin, that's his first assist. Diallo at the free throw line. Gets the bank shot, score now 7-6. It's a hand off. Lewis trying to get a hand in the cookie jar. Here's look away pass. Now Gardner with a jumper fadeaway. No foul call made by the referees. Going back to Leopard side now. Quick handoff from Lasan Chroma, and here's Gao Jingwei Miles. Off Check Diallo screen. Check Diallo with a single hand slam. Tolbert and Diallo punishing the rim. Back and forth between Tolbert. Tolbert for 3, and it's good. Back-to-back field goals made by Jordan Tolbert came in late in the season for the new Taipei Kings. He's only playing his 4th game so far. Gao Jingwei shaking off Kings players, and here comes Lewis from the corner. And gets nothing but net. That was clean as a whistle. Leopards just behind by 1 point. Look away pass, and here comes Jonathan Matthew Smith, and he sinks it. Hit a career high 11 points, and we went 3 for 4 for 3 against the Hsinchu Lioneers. Gao Jingwei shaking off Smith. And a rookie mistake for making contact off of Miles. So during the off season, Gao Jingwei signed a 7-year extension. So signed for a 3 million new Taiwan dollar contract. Or I don't know the extent of the salary, but he did donate 3 million new Taiwan dollars to an orphanage out in Hualien. Joseph Lay with a skip hop pass, and here comes Gardner. (17-14). And Diallo for the bank shot. Good work between Chroma as well as Diallo with a high-low pass. And Joseph Lin from the parking lot, off mark. No subs coming in from either side. Gao Jingwei from the left under the baseline. Here's a catch and shoot. Got the look, not the touch. And Lassant Chroma trying to get his hand in the cookie jar with no avail. Lin passing it over to Gao Jingwei. That's a turnover for Lin. Stepping back, uncontested. But unbothered, they get the rebound. Another opportunity for the Leopards. Trying to put them in the spans. Lassant Chroma shot too strong. There's a third opportunity, and there she blows. Lassant Chroma getting the long two. Sideline referee calling for Lewis's second personal foul. Michael Tao, number 57, coming into this game for the first time, as well as Ling Yanting. For Jonathan Smith, had quite a productive 5 minutes on the court. Good screen run by Tolbert, but there's a pass out to Gardner, too short. And Gardner with a long two, no good. Second time, too strong. There's a pass off to Sheikh Diallo. Quarterback throw thanks to Gao Jingwei has now turned to the Leopards taking the lead. 20-17. Yenting now running point. Shaking off Michael Tao for the way off mark jumper. We got ourselves a TV timeout for game 82. The score currently 20-17. Leopards taking the lead. We'll be right back with more AXN Sports.
上方大荧幕，接下来呢是我们今日女王周的 Queen's Pose， 是我们的女王 Cam， 可以呢在我们的头上呢一起摆出一个皇冠的动作哦。
欢迎张晴，
哇，小瓜好久不
小瓜，
小瓜好久不见了。好，一样呢，大家女王们以及我们的国王们可以在我们的头上比一个王冠，没错 ，Let's go！
你们做得很好哦。
在我们大荧幕上呢是我们的午间巧巧 ，Hello。在我们大荧幕上是我们的彩玲，好，被我们找到的朋友可以跟我们大荧幕挥挥手 ，Let's go！ 大家不用害羞哦，不用害羞，可以跟我们的大 M 挥挥手哦，都已经被拍到了，没错 ，Let's go Kings！
云豹主教练挑战谁死球出界。
You're watching TPBL powered by AXN Sports on AXN Asia and AXN Taiwan. Coming out of the TV timeout, the crew chief is calling for a review to see who gets possession of this ball after the fact.
好，投篮没有摸到。
So it looks like from that particular angle, Lasan Chroma's fingers might have grazed the ball. So now the referees are asking for that point of view at the baseline. Now it looked like it could have been his ring finger or pinky there. So again, they're back and forth between these two particular angles. And they're now asking to slow down the overall. So, as I like to say in these particular calls, if it's that indecisive or it's not that definitive, they might perchance not change the call after all. But we'll see what the crew chief has to say. So even more of a delay after our first timeout in this game. Score 20-17. Leopards have a 3-point lead over the New Taipei Kings. They're trying to break their Kings' winning streak here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium.
Jin 裁判 IRS 回放检视以后为云豹的球。
So they call it the Leopards' possession. So there was a challenge call made by the New Taipei Kings, so they are without any more challenges in game 82. And a blocking foul is called on Liu Zhenru for him to be subbed out, with Jonathan Smith checking back in. Tao from the baseline to Ling Xingquan. Coming into the game for the first time, Chroma lobbing it upwards. No call made by the referees. Ling Yanting trying to create a fast break opportunity. Tolbert at the top to Smith. Smith for three. Had the look, not the touch. Zhao Jingwei ready to get the rebound, and Michael Tao kicking it outward to Chroma. McCullough with the rebound, and Bruce nailing the three from the top. Excels at those catch and shoot opportunities. And they call pushing foul on Miles. So they're gonna inbound from the halfway point. Ooh, Lasan Chroma with the gamble, and the long two drops. Has nothing to show for. Kings, though, get it up to 19 points. Skip past to McCullough. McCullough hits it. That returns back to sender, and Olu Jobi with a rugby pass off to Yenting. Off the screen, and Tolbert from the top finds the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Just trailing by 1 point. Thanks to that timeout, Michael Tao to Bruce. There's a mismatch in size. Chroma going ISO and trying to put Yenting in the spins with no avail. Skip pass to Joseph lost his footing, no travel call, and from the parking lot, Yenting goes in deep for 3. And just like that, the Kings get back the lead, and we're looking like the subs are gonna be checking in shortly, and Bruce! Ooh, tough one. Son Chroma catching Xing Quan. Couldn't convert that possession into points. Olujobi shaking out Gao Jingwei. Rattles in for the long 2, and head coach Henrik Rodel calls for the timeout with 3 minutes 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Kings get their biggest lead, 27-23.
Hey, I'll close out. It's not enough.
Now their last match was January 9th. It was a bit of a tough break for the new Taipei Kings as Jason Washburn sprained his ankle, as well as their Li Kayan, number 9. I believe he also sprained his ankle, had some kind of ankle injury. And that was the Leopards' first home win at their temporary stadium out in Taoyuan Sports Center. So that is the temporary stadium since January, as the Taoyuan Arena is going through renovations. Long overdue for that particular arena. The Pilots and the Leopards share that stadium. I believe it is back in operation in May, so if the Leopards manage to pull through for the playoffs, which, looking at their rankings, it's most likely that they will, they might return back to Taoyuan Arena in due time this season. We come out of timeout, 27-23, Michael Tao inbounding the ball, and Dachi checks into the game. He's wearing jersey number 21 for the Leopards. And contested. Blanks his first three-point attempt. Daji also loves catch and shoot opportunities. Olujobi for the 3. Valiant saves by Jonathan Smith as well as Michael Tao, but the possession goes into the Kings' favor. Ryder Xiang, it looks like, comes into the game. Jonathan Smith's dad, as we saw very briefly on the screen, he's been attending every single Kings game outside of East Asia Super League. And off the screen, and here's the up and under for Ling Yenting. Bad, bad man. McCullough to Diallo. Diallo chucks it for Olujobi to pick up a rebound. And McCullough hedging with no avail as Michael Tao gets his first personal foul. Yenting will get his first opportunity at the free throw line. Yenting's first season playing professionally in Taiwan. His teammates, I believe, are present at Xinzhuang Gymnasium, specifically NCCU Zhengda University. They are a 5-peat in the University Basketball Association. With those free throws, scored 31-23. McCullough digs in deep, but Diallo picks up the leftovers for the bank shot. Gardner and Olujobi playing together for the first time on the court. This is our first time seeing this import rotation between Tolbert, Gardner, as well as Olujobi. Outwards to Bruce with the fadeaway. Off mark, Olujobi getting the rebound. Getting physical there. Michaels onto the ground. Olujobi with the lay-in, and it's good. And the sideline referee by the scoreboard, by the score table.
He can't throw him that way! And you're standing right next to him!
Gets called a technical. So free throws are given to the new Taipei Kings. He's frustrated by the lack of calls there. As you see, Olujobi there being quite liberal with his elbow there. So I think I can hear a little bit of German coming from Rodol there. So one free throw, but possession is back with the Taoyuan Leopards. 58 seconds remain in the first quarter. And Kings managed to take an 8-point lead right now. McCullough pulls up at the free throw line, greases the cylinder. At the logo, Yinting hands off to Olujobi. Pocket pass to Garner. Unsuccessful, out of bounds over to Leopards. Michael Tao going through faster than when Quick get ready. Pulls through with the lay-in. Going coast to coast there. Possible final possession here for the new Taipei Kings. Ten seconds remain, Yinting. Trying to create an entry, and he pulls through with 3 seconds remaining. And they start the game strong. The score is 35-29. Some back and forth action to start, but then new Taipei Kings, they hold on to end the first quarter. Score 35-29. We'll be right back for more TPBL on AXN Sports.
All right, DJ sound ready? Drop the Queens.
I wake up in silk and sunlight. Blessings all around on my life. Checks in my name, they multiply. I breathe abundance, I'm divine. Everything I touch turns gold. Everything I want unfolds. I get paid for being me. I'm the proof, my faith is a luxury. I'm rich, I'm blessed, I'm free. Abundance lives in me. Everything I touch turns luxury. Money's obsessed with me. 444 on the clock, that's alignment. Every step I take is diamond. Money loves me, I'm magnetic. Luxury is my new aesthetic. 444 on the clock, that's alignment. Every step I take is diamond. Money loves me, I'm magnetic. Luxury is my new aesthetic.
现场的球迷朋友们，掌声加尖叫给我们的新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens。
Yes, you did. Ooh, so girl, let me talk like you walk. Man, talk to me. Look here, it would break my heart, break my heart, break my heart. If I find out you can't move, you better show me now, show me now, show me now. 'Cause when I take it to the floor, ooh, you gotta get.
AXN Sports giving you your dose of pro basketball tonight on this Wednesday evening here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. The Taiwan Pier Leopards are in town to play the new Taipei Kings. The Kings are starting off strong with a 35-29 lead. Off the foot, Yenting with the teardrop. Pushing foul called on Gardner. This is first personal foul. For the sake of matchups, we have Joseph Lin checking back into the game. On the court for new Taipei Kings is Joseph Lin, Ryder Xiang, Lin Yanting, Tolbert, as well as Olu Jobi. So back-to-back fouls on the Kings end. That one is on number 12, Yenting. So Daji, number 21, checking in. He's worn many jerseys before. 27 last for a couple of seasons with the Leopards. He was 33. And now he has got a new jersey, 21, for Cheick Diallo. Another pushing foul for the new Taipei Kings. They're already racked up 3 team fouls to start this quarter. And there's an and one for Ling Xinquan. And there's 4 team fouls. So Leopards with the bucket as well as a free throw opportunity. Now Xinquan has been used as the starting player for the Leopards, but Henrik Rodal really took the risk and has Brian, who's only averaged 3 minutes per game, to replace Ling Xinquan, but it's shown to be quite effective for both players as Xinquan's player efficiency rating has jumped up from 11 up to 14 as he makes a free throw score, 35-32. And that's quite a risk to take, considering, as I said, he's put on only 3 minutes, and that's really, when you have such low minutes playing on the court, that really means you're really on the court for garbage time. Diallo in tough against Tolbert. Forces one in. So Joseph Lin in the last quarter, he's already made 5 assists. Now again, he made a record just recently against the Hsinchu Lioneers. At the corner, contested, hitting the side of the backboard, and Xinquan gets the rebound. Lobbing it over to Daji. A little too high though. Just lost that minuscule of a second. Couldn't get the shot, and here comes Yenting. To Olu Jobi. And Ryder Xiang goes high. It does not go down low. Ryder Xiang once again. Here comes the basket and one. So a good look by Olu Jobi. He knew he couldn't contest against Diallo under the basket. So Ryder Xiang, he is the second round 7th pick for the new Taipei Kings. Played D3 college basketball out in Willamette University. New Taipei Kings holding on to that lead. Just 4 points now on the line. They call out of bounds. Leopards possession with 10 seconds remaining, and Jonathan Smith checks back into the game. Baseline referee calls for a foul, more free throws. So Olujobi getting a second personal foul. McCullough at the line. He's got a lot of experience playing in Taiwan. First signed with the new Taipei Kings back in 2022, but had a short career, a short stint with the new Taipei Kings, tearing his ACL, then having a season with the Formosa Dreamers. Last season, he played for Pelita Jaya. That's a basketball team out in the Indonesia Basketball League, where they participated in the Basketball Champions League. Now the Kings are participating in that tournament for a second season in a row. That's gonna come up, I believe, late March, starting in Hong Kong. Look away pass, Smith. Making hard contact, they call offensive foul. Yeah, off the elbow. Kind of hitting him between his neck and his jaw. McCullough at the line. Loves those mid-range shots. And new Taipei Kings call for a timeout from interim head coach Hong Zhisan, as the Leopards are only trailing by 1 point right now. So stay tuned for more TPBL on AXN Sports. We'll be back shortly.
好不好？小瓜，对，帮我丢一颗给球迷。来来来，给你。我
这边有吗？
帮我丢这边，
还是那边？
这边，对。
给我一点声音好不好？这里有没有？
这边的声音可以给我来一点吗？这边比较大声，这边。
接到小球的，麻烦中场前到我们的2楼球迷服务处，会有工作人员帮你带下来参加我们的中场游戏。
没错，有接到我们小球的总共有6位朋友，请麻烦呢到我们的球迷服务处集合，谢谢你们。一样呢可以到我们的楼下来欣赏精彩的球赛。
You're watching TPBL, brought to you by AXN Sports. Taylor Chen bringing you this game in person. Coming out of the call timeout made by Hong Zhisan of the Kings. And from downtown, Joseph Lake couldn't connect there. For the fadeaway, Michael Tao gets nothing but air there. With Olujobi and Tolbert on the court, choosing to play small in tonight's matchup. Washburn not playing in today's game. McCullough with no look pass to Bruce. With a downhill pass, Diallo going in tough, and McCullough hanging off of the rim. And just like that, coming out of timeout, the Leopards instead take a lead. So not the most productive timeout called by Hong Zhisan. Zhou Lin's shot too strong, but they get a second chance. 4 points. 3 seconds left, and pulling up is Ryder Shung's shot out of bounds for the Kings' possession. McCullough making the last touch. There's that baseline lay-in attempt by Diallo, too strong there, and McCullough picking up where he left off. finally we see Chroma checking back into the game. Liu Zhenlu from the baseline, passing it outward to Garner, but kind of a lackadaisical pass onward to Chroma instead. Checking back into the game and making the Kings pay for that turnover. Tolbert, now here comes Jonathan Smith. Shaking off Daji, here's Jolin. Entry denied and a Hail Mary shot not made by Liu Zhenlu. Michael Tao pumping the brakes for that fast break opportunity. High pass over to Chroma. 6 seconds remain. Here's the catch and shoot for Daji. Nothing but net. 44-38. And Leopards have their biggest lead yet, with 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Should have been a bunny shot, does not drop for Smith. And here comes Chris McCullough trying to get the behind the back pass. Over to Chroma, too strong. And McCullough taps it in. Hong Jisan calls for another timeout. Not too long after the first timeout called, as they struggle to keep up with the Leopards right now. Hong Jisan coming in as the interim head coach after John Patrick departed from the New Taipei Kings on November 11th. As of right now, Hong Jisan's record with the Kings as head coach is 10 wins, 7 losses. Now, this isn't his first time coaching any teams. He is an assistant coach for the Yangming Girls' high school. They are going to be playing in the HBL Final Four on March 21st. So he will be away from that assignment, as he and the New Taipei Kings, they will be in Macau to play in the EASL Finals. So we wish them a good luck out there. This is their second time in the finals. As we come back to the moving highlights for the Taoyuan Taiwan Beer Leopards. Again, we're talking about how many strong scorers the Leopards have on the lineup. As the Leopards, they got themselves a scoring run with the Kings not having an answer. Six seconds remain, and Yenting from the right. Too short, and Garner saves it. Finally breaking the ice there for the New Taipei Kings. They haven't scored since the 10-minute mark, as McCullough digs deep for the bucket. Garner having to shake off McCullough and Chroma, with Tolbert coming through up high, down hard. Gao Jingwei at the line and goes in high, but does not drop for the bucket. No good there. Gao Jingwei a little bit more quiet in terms of scoring today. He's only got 3 points, but he's been working hard and finding his teammates with 5 assists and 2 rebounds. Brian checking back into the game for Daji. 5 minutes left in the quarter, and the Leopards have managed to only get one team foul on the scoreboard. As you see, Kings are already in the penalty. They've been in the penalty since about 10 minutes. McCullough's averaging 14 points per game, under 10 rebounds. Does not excel in free throws. He sits at 61% at the charity stripe. Gardner fumbles the ball. They call a hand check on Lasan Chroma. Clock is at 5 minutes, 5 seconds, with 20 seconds remaining in this possession. And we see Ling Jingbang for the first time in tonight's match. Gardner shaking off the 2 imports, but he manages to shake in the 2. Just behind by 6 points, but Cheikh Diallo keeping it at 8, 50 to 42, 44 now. Correction there, 50. Yenting downhill gets the and 1. Yenting coming off the bench has gotten 9 points and 2 rebounds already. Make that 11 points after that lay-in. Digging in deep. So part of the Sunzi University legacy, played 2 seasons out in the Beijing Royal Fighters starting from 2023. So as I said, this is his first year playing professionally in Taiwan for the first time. So he came in as a free agent. And Jingbang, number 19, getting the foul call. Oh, that was loud. Lasan Chroma from Queens, New York, has been the most stable import player in Taiwan basketball. This is his 3rd season in a row playing for the Taoyuan organization. Helped to get the Leopards' first ever championship title back in the 23-24 season. Tolbert playing bully ball against Diallo. Had the look, not the touch. Diallo picking up the rebound. Miles over to Chroma. Chroma for 3 off the mark, but there's another tap in. This one goes to Brian. Leopards keeping it man to man. They're really trying to keep it tight on their pressure defense, but not enough pressure on Joseph Lin there. Kickball violation. So from the sidelines, Leopards have 14 seconds. Miles, 5 seconds remaining, still got possession of the ball, lobs it upwards, and here's Diallo getting the bunny shot. Olujobi now guarded by Brian. There you go. There's the foul call. So they're calling a foul on Brian from the Leopards side. I would say that's a pretty generous call, but giving the new Taipei Kings a break as they continue with their possession with 14 seconds. Off the screen, Lin now at the baseline, having to reset. Here's the secondary. Over to Yenting, uncontested. Sent back with interest. Olujobi, though, giving them another chance. Off of Sheikh Diallo, getting the bucket. Leopards still with the lead, 55-51, and Lasan Chroma pushing through for the and one.
I'm backing up.
They call holding foul on Gardner. So Chroma will once again get to the free throw line. So Chroma, he's averaging 23 points per game. He is one of the 2 leading scorers of the TPBL imports and locals combined. Marko Todorovic from CTBCDA is just tied with Chroma. Right. He is definitively leading in steals per game, sitting at 3.2 steals per match this season. Olujobi's fadeaway too short. Not enough pocket change for that two-piece. Ooh, Chroma not paying attention, or that clock was a little fast. Calling an 8-second violation. So we take a look on the screen right now. What the referee saw was considered 8 seconds. The possession goes back to new Taipei Kings, and Garner forces one in, and Chroma coming back through. Going ISO. Quick ball movement, Garner. Reset over to Olujobi. There's a double team. There's a trap for Olujobi. Hand in the cookie jar. Brian's attempt, no avail. But Kings with nothing to show for in that possession. Chroma over to Diallo. Outside. Gets the bank shot. And that's another assist for Chroma. And a foul, as well as a what looks to be a goaltending. Let's see if the referees need to take a look at the IRS for that.
Miles, Lasan Sports.
So the foul is given.
追求是否有 goaltending。
So the referees on their own, they will review the call after the foul, whether it should be called goaltending or not. So no challenge made by Henrik Rodel. So for it to be goaltending, the ball must have hit its highest projection. So that particular angle does not quite justify. So crew chief asking for another review. So the referee on the right, he's saying that the ball did hit the backboard first. But in this close-up, you can kind of see Diallo's finger grazing the ball. So obviously, Chroma's foul.
经裁判 RS 回放系统检视完毕，球竞算。
So they call it goaltending after all. So the bucket counts 2 points for Kings, as well as Joseph's potential free throw being made here. Got 7 points, 7 rebounds already with 1 steal tonight. Lin playing without his older brother for the first time after Lin's retirement. But he doesn't seem bothered by that. And this has happened before. The first season that Joseph Lin signed with the New Taipei Kings, Jeremy Lin was still playing for the Kaohsiung Steelers. And Chroma drops in the quick 2 before the clock runs out. 5 seconds remain, and Kings getting the last say. Garner drawing a foul, and bodies hit the floor. It's Diallo and Garner. Both are okay. Diallo, though, calling for an offensive foul. So unfortunately, you can kind of hear in the background, look at the replay. Unfortunately, you can't really review that. So Garner will be at the line. Check Diallo. He's with 3 personal fouls into this game. And the Leopards really need him, as he's got 20 points tonight, 7 rebounds. Battles in despite the 3-week break of being deregistered from the roster. Putting good minutes in this game, 12 minutes, 10 points, 2 rebounds. Not the biggest guy, but I believe he was signed by John Patrick. We'll talk more a bit of each player or more of TPBL after this first halftime break. Score is 58-64. We'll be back with more TPBL brought to you by AXN Sports.
球迷朋友来到中间，我来为大家解释一下规则。我们有看到这2个小美冰淇淋的牌子哦。那待会呢，小美冰淇淋旁边会放这个，我们会放3个，然后一组2个人分2边投罚球线。你投进了就拿1个板板放到你的旁边。比如说我在这边投进1个罚球线，我就过来拿1个板板拿到那里。投进第2球拿第2个，投进第3球拿第3个，看哪一边谁先完成，就获得胜利，好不好？2两1组。然后因为可能会有。
Take the ground.
You're watching TPBL powered by AXN Sports on AXN Asia and AXN Taiwan as we take a look at some of the moving highlights in this first half of Game 82 so far. The New Taipei Kings, they led the first quarter, but just for the scales to a drop or turn in the Leopards' favor. Now, size has been a problem for the New Taipei Kings as they've chosen to have a smaller set of import players on rotation, which Diallo taking full advantage with 20 points in the first half. We'll talk a little bit more of the stats later on, but points in the paint, 44 to 30 points for the Taoyuan Taiwan Beer Leopards. As we see the halftime activities here at Xinjiang Gymnasium, I'll bring up back the halftime stats very shortly.
Wow, 要在你们那边好像有点机会哦。来，弟弟，这个我们再近一点。
好，赶快，赶快！
哇塞，加油加油！要不要再前面一点？要不要再前面一点？前面一点点。
放这里，放这里。准备好，快点。
好，来丢。哎呀，差一点点。好，希望有人可以帮他补一球啊！
加油加油！大力一点，大力一点。
他们两个身高好像差不多。
啊，第二球，快快快快快！跑起来，跑起来，像闪电霹雳车那样一样跑起来，快点，快点！
加油加油！
好，
快点快点，一球就好，一球就好。再来一次，再来一次。哇！好球！赶快赶快，不要跌倒哦，不要受伤。好可爱，他笑得好开心哦。
大力一点，差一点，大力一点。
哇，这边两边生死斗啊，究竟谁会先进？
蹲得越高，蹲得越低，跳得越高，快点！
再来再来，完了快没力气了，爸爸，怎么办？快帮他手部按摩肌肉，
快！跑起来，跑起来，跑起来，跑起来，快快快！好，我们这边完成了。
好，大家给我们两边的弟弟给他们一点掌声吧。
好，那我们赶快猜选第三组。
好，第三组哦，谁？
好，你要选哪边？好 ，OK，
这边
就战斗位置。
Halftime stats for Game 82 between the Taoyuan Taiwan Beer Leopards and New Taipei Kings. As we take a look, their field goal percentage is higher, 56 over the Kings' 46. Now, neither team, though, their shooting has been very consistent, so maybe we'll see that reignited from either side. But in terms of rebounds and assists, they're pretty comparable to each other. What we will be seeing, though, is how much of the heavy lifting the imports have been scoring for the Taiwan beer Leopards, as we see the leading scorers for the Leopards. As I mentioned, all imports doing the heavyweight lifting so far. Check Diallo, Lasan Chroma, Chris McCullough, combined points of 45, as opposed to the Kings. Well, it's Ling Yanting with 12 points and Gardner, Olujobi, Tolbert all congested in the second through fourth in terms of scoring. So that's it for now. We'll be back with the game very shortly.
Just watch me now. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, you can stop me now. You can stop me. You can stop me. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch me now. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, you can stop me now. You can stop me. You can stop me. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch me now. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, you can stop me now. You can stop me. You can stop me. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, stop me now. No. Just watch me now. Take the ground. Just watch me now. You can't hold me down. Just watch me now. Take the ground. You can stop me now. You can stop me now. No, you can stop me now. You can stop me. You can stop me. You can stop me now.
We're about to kick off the second half of Game 82 between the Taiwan beer Leopards and the new Taipei Kings, the reigning champs here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. Let's see if they can continue with their winning streak. Currently, they are 5 games, but the Leopards will certainly make it a challenge tonight. Taylor Chen here, bringing you this match solo and in person at Xinjiang Gymnasium. As they talked about, the biggest point of discussion is really the size that the new Taipei Kings lack, really. As I mentioned before, they only have Tolbert, Olujobi, as well as Garner, versus having Diallo onto the court. Well, like I said, he has 20 points so far. He's 10 for 13 from the field. So let's see how the new Taipei Kings will hold off from the import player scoring. As I said, the imports are doing the heavy lifting for the Leopards. And pulling up, Joseph Lin's shot off mark. We get back to it. Lasan Chroma has scored 14 points and got 3 assists with 2 steals in the first half. Gao Jingwei with a kick out, goes into the hands of Liu Zhenru instead, and here comes Jolin, and Jonathan Smith denied entry by Lewis, number 31. Ooh, coming up short though. When you got Chroma and Lewis coming at you, well, odds are pretty low for you to get that bucket there. And here's Gao Jingwei, uncontested, and smooth like silk there, getting his first 3 tonight. He was 0 for 1 in the first half. Pocket pass, here comes Jordan Tolbert. Throwing it up and down for the new Taipei Kings. 67-60, Kings behind by 6 points. That second quarter really hurt the new Taipei Kings there. Leopards had a 12-point run. The Kings really lost momentum since then. And from downtown, Gao Jingwei couldn't get 2 threes in a row. Lin taking advantage with the Leopards' rotation. So we take a look at the last highlight from Jordan Tolbert. With possession back over to the Leopards after Kings' first team foul committed. And Chroma drawing a foul off of Olujobi. So as of February, Lasan Chroma has hit 22 double-double in terms of stats. So that's including all the playoffs that he and the Leopards have been a part of, and has made 5 triple-double stats. So the last one was made in October 15th against the Formosa Dreamers. Seven seconds to remain, and Yanting with a fadeaway. Close but no cigar though. Lasan Chroma, hook pass over, returns a favor. Poked out of bounds, still with the Leopards at 13 seconds. So we got a quick peep of the import players sitting: Washburn, Jalen, as well as Day. So Day, like I said, he's off the roster. He gets a chance to return the day before the import deadline. So just because he is deregistered doesn't mean that he is done for the season. This is his final season playing pro, as he was quoted during off-season. And Olujobi from downtown Gonna get the three-piece. Matthew Smith tasked to guard the import. That's a tough task to take. And this is the Leopards' largest lead. Their last biggest lead was 9 points in the second quarter. Olujobi looks like he will be, I am mistaken here. Foul called on the Leopards. They're going to be starting off from the sideline. Yenting inbounding over to Olujobi. And over Brian and McCullough. They call pushing foul. So this time Olujobi will get a chance at the free throw line. His first game with the new Taipei Kings was against the Hsinchu Lioneers. That was January 25th. He scored double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Also very familiar with the Taiwan pro ball scene. 2 seasons with the now folded Kaohsiung Steelers. Had a quick stint with the Taipei Fubon Braves this season, actually. Only played 1 game before he played for the Shimane team out in the B-League. Gao Wei off the screen. Kind of lost his footing. Hands it over, outwards, back to the perimeter. They reset, and deep from downtown was off mark. Had no choice to make that shot. Trying to beat the shot clock there. Jingbang back in the game, or as Coach Tom Wiseman calls him, JB. And for the scoop, defense from Brian's end was really lacking. I mean, that looked too easy for Joseph Lin. And shaking off JB, drawing a foul. Chroma will get a chance at the line now. Bit of a stop and go between both teams now. So Lasan's career high in terms of scoring was 44 points back in April 2024. That was against the TSG Tainan Ghost Hawks. They've moved on to a different domestic league here as Liu Zhenlu checks back into the game for JB. So the Leopards have a winning record over the new Taipei Kings, 2-1. So Kings will not try to continue their winning streak, but also even up their record to 2-2. And down the lane, here comes Brian. That's Brian's first bucket of the day. Olujobi drawing a So Olujobi drawing a foul off of Chris McCullough.
I didn't even touch him.
McCullough says so otherwise, as you guys heard. Olujobi once again at the line. He is 79% from the free throw line. Now his role has evolved over time, over seasons, with playing in the other teams that I mentioned. His shooting is far improved, 33 for 3 in the last couple of seasons. With the 5 games he's played for the New Taipei Kings, it's at 45%. Again, we're seeing a couple of the players on the Kings side, including Washburn, who's on the active roster. Jalen Harris sitting in the middle with Lee Cayenne. He's been injured since January 9th. A huge inconvenience. Unfortunately, New Taipei Kings, they've just been unlucky. There's a downhill pass to McCullough. A double team. Effective on McCullough there in that possession. Bounce pass over to Chroma. Again, lackadaisical. McCullough with the 360 spin. Getting fancy with it. He was all by himself there at the hoop. That was poetry in motion, if I say so myself. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Liu Zhenru, and there he goes with the long range. And Chroma fumbles the ball. More free throws for number 24. No timeouts called, so we have our first timeout. Just halfway through the third quarter, the score now is 79-67. Leopards with the lead. We'll be back for more TPBL on AXN Sports.
那恭喜呢，获得 Nike Fair General 一双的这位球迷朋友是编号14703，14703，恭喜你得奖，请到我们的2楼球迷服务处，也就是我们的 Kings Information 去领奖。接下来呢，要公布3位的 MyBus 3D 列印笔的得主，第一位是编号14571，第2位14572。第3位14561，以上3位得主，请记得到我们的 Kings Information 得奖，感谢你们。
大家可以跟着节奏一起敲打你的排排扇，或者你可以跟着我们的 Queens 一起跳个舞。
跟着节奏一起来 ，Come on，Let's go，Let's go，Let's go。好，在我们大幕上的朋友，可以跟我们挥挥手。
Coming out of timeout, we are seeing Lasan Chroma getting some more free throws. The Leopards have a 15-9 lead over the New Taipei Kings in the third quarter. Check Diallo and Chroma for the Leopards. Kings have Tolbert and Olujobi for their imports. And deep from downtown, Joseph Lynch shot does not connect, and Brian gets the rebound. Gao Jingwei has only scored 8 points, but he is perfectly content with finding open man on the court. I mean, he's made 8 assists already in this game. Check Diallo forcing the bank shot. That goes around and in. Ooh, they call offensive foul. It's his 3rd personal foul tonight. They finally call his liberal use of his arm there, as you see him shoving off the Leopards player. Passing off to Dachi, stepping on the line out of bounds though, leads to a turnover to the Kings. Joseph Lin with 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Takes it to the bank. That was a tough shot over Ryan there. From the top. Miles only with 1 3 tonight. Oh! And going in from the left side, Diallo corralling the rebound. And off the spin, Lasan Chroma drawing another foul off of Kings player. This time it is off of Lu Zhenru, number 13. That's his 3rd one today. So it looks like a couple of the younger Bucks are going to come in. Michael Tao, seeing him for the first time in the second half for the Kings. It's Su Sishun, number 17. He's standing next to Michael, or as Coach Ryan, former head coach Ryan Marchand calls him, Sushi. Su Sishun, not an easy name to pronounce for our non-Mandarin speakers. And Lasan Chroma tonight, 11 of his points were made by free throws. He is 11 for 12. So again, Lasan Chroma just always having consistent scoring numbers practically against every single team. Like I said, he's averaging 24 points per game against the New Taipei Kings. Tonight is no exception, 26 already for the former import player of the year. Miles off of Diallo's screen. There's a downhill drive, and he gets free throws. They call pushing foul on Su Sishun. Diallo will get 2 chances. 22 points today. His first season playing in Taiwan. Comes from Mali. Former Motor City Pelicans player, Phoenix Suns, as well as Detroit Pistons. Before venturing out to Asia, played in B1 as well as the PBA just last season before coming here to Taiwan. Ooh, Ling Yanting nearly fumbles the ball, recovers, passes it off to Joseph Lin. The sideline referee calls for a kickball violation on Tolbert. Correction, they call a kickball on the Leopards side, so it's still Kings possession. Lin will be inbounding from the baseline. Over to Yanting, sidestepping away from Gao Jingwei. Garner, no-look pass, rotating it over to Su Sishun from the corner. Knocking down a big 3-piece. Score now 86-72. Chroma with a downhill pass over to Diallo. Thank you very much. Lasan had the look, and Diallo with the touch. That's Chroma's 5th assist today. Jolin around, and in it goes, down the hatch. The Kings are still trailing, though, behind by 14 points. And Miles directing traffic. Contested, Lasan shot, no good. No look pass over to Jordan Tolbert to Gardner. Out of bounds, and it is Leopards possession once again, and Bruce McCullough checking back in, giving Chroma a break. Possibly done with this quarter. He's now got 26 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 6 assists with 3 steals. That's why he's the steals leader. There's a catch and shoot for Itachi. And he's got the stroke. He's got 2 threes tonight, 2 for 3 specifically. Jolin this time trying to go in from the right, getting it over back to Yenting. Kings trying to make up with back-to-back threes, but Bruce with a baseline drive. That's a great look made by Diallo. He's got his first assist there. So just now they called a blocking foul on Michael Tao with Jonathan Smith inbounding. Now he's a draft pick as he has spent his primary schools onwards in college in Taiwan, Songshan High School to NTUA. So his Chinese is basically fluent. There's another kick out to Dachi. Just off the mark, hits the iron ring. So we talk about Miles as well as Lasan Chroma being tough to guard, but you also got Diallo. Well, you're in for some trouble. But if you compare the free throws made between Chroma and Diallo, this is only his second time at the free throw line today. Whereas again, we talk about Lasan Chroma, he's got 13 free throw opportunities in tonight's game. You can see him driving, pulling up for his mid-range twos. He can do a lot of things. And it's for the Kings to really try to stop him. But again, we don't seem to have a solution for him tonight. Smith outwards to Ryder. With Michael Tao poking it out of bounds. He was a former Taipei Taishing Mars player. Signed as a free agent with the Leopards during the offseason. 6 seconds on the shot clock. There's a skip pass over to Gardner. Having a tough task to shoot over Diallo. Final possession in the third quarter. Tao lobbing it over to Bruce. Couldn't connect the dots there. That's okay. The Leopards will still happily take it as they are near the Centurion mark with the score 94-77 over the new Taipei Kings. We'll be back with more TPBL, the final quarter, here at James Washington Stadium, brought to you by AXN Sports.
DJ Song, drop the Queens.
내 몸이 화 머리가 위 넌 참 착한 날 또 가게 해 우리들만의 영화에 진짜 주인공은 너였어 baby 그래 넌 오늘도 너답게 화려한 주인공처럼 그저 하던 대로 해 그게 악역이라도 나를 슬프게 해도 난 너여야만 해 내가 아플지라도 슬픈 엔딩이라도 The show must go The show must go The show must go You must go
现场球迷朋友们，最大的掌声给我们的全场女王全恩贝！
Starting off the final quarter for game 82, the Taiwan Beer Leopards have been leading this game since the second quarter. In the third quarter alone, they outscored the new Taipei Kings 30 points to 19. Huge factor was the Kings just unable to stop Lasan Chroma. In the third quarter alone, he scored 12 points, playing 10 minutes, so barely had much of a break. He didn't rest until the final 2 minutes of the game. Kick out over to Jonathan Smith. Lands into the hands of McCullough. And over to Sheck Diallo. Ooh, on the line, out of bounds. Right idea, couldn't execute. Now, since the start of the second quarter, the Taoyuan Leopards have been out-rebounding the new Taipei Kings. Again, that's just really, we emphasized the lack of size tonight, really impeding the new Taipei Kings. The handoff over to Bruce. He's starting the fourth quarter, fumbles it over to Ling Yanting. 3-2 now. Yanting with the scoop attempt, too short. Michael Tsao bringing it back over for the Leopards. All bench players for the Leopards except for Diallo's on the court. Jonathan Matthew-Smith uncontested for the three. Ricochets outwards, but that gets tapped out of bounds. Joseph Lin checking back into the game for Yanting. Start off with a line formation just before they shift around. Ryder Shung with a hook pass over to Tolbert at the free throw line, but he blanks it. Check Diallo trying to find Michael. Now he's contesting that referee should have called a pushing foul just before that pass. Referees say otherwise as we have a staff wiping down the floor before Kings inbound. So Coach Rodel keeping Lasan Chroma on the bench for him to possibly finish off the final quarter. And Joseph Lin pulling up with the long range two. Kick out to Bruce. Passing it off to Dachi. with Ryder trying to pickpocket outwards, but still Leopards possession. 10 seconds remain, and from the baseline, skip pass over to Xingquan. That goes high up, but out of the rim. Dodgy ISO, now double teamed for Garner. Pass getting lobbed over to Michael Tao, and here comes Dodgy with the scoop, too strong. Poked out over to Ryder Chung. And there's the hand in the cookie jar, but they call foul. So referee stopping the clock there as they call a foul on Joseph Lin there. Yep, there's an unsportsmanlike for tonight's captain. Now he's got double-double stats, so still something to be content with for the New Taipei Kings. 17 points, 11 assists, and 1 steal for Joseph Lin tonight. But not having Washburn, as well as not having their defensive player, Li Kaiyan, present. He has been out since early January due to another leg injury. If it's not his knee effusions, it's always something else. As I've kind of briefly mentioned, New Taipei Kings, they've just been very inconsistent this season, whether we're talking about missing Manigault, Jeremy Lin, the changing of head coach from John Patrick now to Hong Sin-sen. So they are on the come up, but Leopards might be able to stop them in their tracks tonight. A foul on Michael Tao this time. This is his 3rd personal foul tonight. Nine minutes remain. Kings possession. Another unsportsmanlike foul. This time was called on Tolbert. See him trying to stop Brian there from a fast break opportunity. So this time, Brian will get a chance at the line. Today, he is in the starting lineup with 2 points, 1 rebound. So again, Brian went from averaging only 3 minutes per game last season to playing 27 minutes. And Lasan Chroma checking back into the game as the Leopards have only scored 1 point in this quarter alone. And they call travel on Chris McCullough. Hong Sin-sen calls for a timeout here. Score now 95-79. Again, the Leopards getting close to that Centurion mark. We're getting near to the end. We'll be right back with more TPBL.
拍到你可以站起来跳跳舞。
好，在我们大荧幕上的是我们的彩铃。好，我们这对可爱的情侣档可以一起跳跳舞，一起摇摇你们的双手。让我们
这是 dance game，
在我们的
dance。
咱们哦，有了小瓜，你等的这时候来了，
来了。
在我们大荧幕上的是我们的小瓜以及我们的 Yuki。哦，是我们
小瓜跟我们的张巡，
没错，小瓜跟我们的张巡，还有我们的 Yuki。
他们两个等这个 moment 等非常久了，等了一整个晚上，终于等到了。他们对手是 Yuki。
新装 game day lights come on.
Can you hear me? Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance?
在我们大荧幕上呢，还有
Let's dance.
在我们大荧幕上呢，还有我们的。
不要害羞，不要害羞。遮脸其实可以跳的，遮脸也是可以跳的，没关系。
You're watching TPBL, brought to you by AXN Asia and AXN Sports. Leopards having a bit of a slow start in the final quarter. They've only managed to score 1 point. No field goals, though, as Olujobi from timeout trying to make the first field goal. Coming out of timeout, here comes Chris McCullough, bobbling the ball, drawing a foul off of Jordan Tolbert. Tolbert's now got his 4th personal foul on the scoreboard. Chris McCullough and Tolbert familiar with each other. Jordan Tolbert playing for the Taoyuan Pilots, while Chris McCullough played for the new Taipei Kings in their 2022-23 season. That was, as I said, the season where he tore his ACL. Actually, that was the Kings were playing the Taoyuan Pilots when that happened. So again, no field goals made by the Leopards, just free throws so far. And Jordan Tolbert popping out, but Joseph Lin finds Ryder Shung. No bucket for Ryder. Quick movement back over to the right corner. Dodgy 3 could not fall. The fadeaway for Olujobi gets shocked away, but Joseph Lin picking up the 2-piece instead. So Joseph Lin close to rounding off 20 points in the game. Over to Michael Tao for 3 in his bag. And that's how the Leopards get to 100 points tonight. Now have a 19-point lead over the Kings right now. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Off of Olujobi's screen, there's a pass off to the import player. And they call a foul on McCullough. Olujobi was really shut down in the second half. Only scored 2 points. Now make it 3. So with the new Taipei Kings, Olujobi's played 5 games total. Again, every single game he's started or he's played in, they've won their match. So again, unfortunately, I think their luck has ran out tonight. Kings players trying to strip that, and there goes Chris McCullough going up high, down hard. Another assist made by Lasan Chroma. And that shot gets a return back to sender. And Lasan putting the Kings in the spins. There's a volleyball smackdown towards Tolbert. Now over to Joseph Lin. The no-look pass, Ryder Shung forwards through Ree and lets it fly. Miles with a handoff to Chroma. And over Ling Yanting with no luck there. Downhill pass over to Joseph Lin. No look pass, Ryder Shung, back-to-back threes? I don't think so. But Tolbert picks up the rebound, and from downtown, Joseph Lin's shot does not connect, unfortunately, for the Kings. Tolbert now guarding Gao Jingwei, and there comes the scoop for Miles. Eight points for Gao Jingwei, and Ling Yanting from the opposite corner dishes the three. Yanting tonight with 15 points, 3 rebounds. He is 2 for 6. Off the screen, Gao Jingwei's a 3, wet like water. Both teams still keeping it interesting here. 107-89, Lin with the in-between pass through the legs. Tolbert drops the two-piece. Joseph's got quite the eye in tonight's game. That's 12 assists for him. Could we see him tie or surpass that? And there's the jam made by Ling Yanting. A rare chance for us to see a local player go for the dunk. Chroma at the logo now. Rejecting the screen, Chroma. Over to Miles. The kick out at the free throw line. McCullough. Joseph Lin with no entry. Having to reset back out to the perimeter. Shaking off Lasan Chroma, knocking down a 3. He is 100% for 3 tonight, 3 for 3 to be exact. Going ISO against Olujobi, and Miles picks up the offensive rebound and digging in deep. McCullough for the bucket. He draws a foul. And they call Tolbert's 5th foul. Kings trying to keep it close. They've scored 19 points in this quarter. Leopards 15. So instead, the Leopards are inbounding with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Lasan Chroma gets the long range 2, shushing the new Taipei Kings fans. 111-96, and from all the way up top, Joseph Lin couldn't dial in for 3, but here's Yanting with a 3-point attempt from Yanting and Lin. It's still Kings possession. Find the opening, and Ryder Shung from the corner, no, out of bounds, Leopards possession. Olujobi asks for the challenge. Hong Zisan obliges.
谁死球出界。
So crew chief and his fellow referee will be looking at the screen. We'll get a chance to see who also made the final touch. So hitting the rim, it's between Olujobi and Lewis, number 31.
确后面那只手是后面那只手拨出去的。
It's really hard to really evaluate based on the trajectory in that particular angle.
底线的角度往来看一次。
So we'll take a look at the baseline again.
是不是？谢谢。再一次，再一次。
So with the direction Lewis's fingers were going towards, it looks like it was flying in the same direction.
看到的手是黑黑的，
Olujobi is contesting that Lewis made the last touch when from this particular angle, from the baseline.
对啊，应该还是新北国王。
You see Olujobi's hand first. So again, with a 50-50 call such as this, the call remains.
裁判请用IRS回放系统最后判定云爆球。
So unfortunately, this winning streak will be diminished tonight. The Leopards, they had their winning streak before it got cut off by the Formosa Dreamers. They had a 5-game streak going a couple weeks back. So maybe the break was well needed for the Leopards as Chroma knocks down another lay-in. No sweat for him. He's got 28 points, now 30 after that two-piece. Yenting with a kick out to Ryder Shung, hitting the sideboard, picking up the leftovers. Shot clock violation. Now it didn't hit the rim, so the clock continued onward. Minute and a half remain in game 82. Kings have this game as well as Friday before they go on a nearly 2-month road trip. So their next home game is not until late April. There's a quarterback throw back over to Jonathan Smith, and here comes Garner. Second time's the charm for the 25-year-old. Skip pass over to McCullough, coming through hard for the and one. McCullough coming off the bench, he's got 21 points on his stat sheet. He's got So before the free throws, we've got quick subs coming in. So in the final 51 seconds, Tolbert is done for tonight. In the game, Leo Sushi, as well as Jasu out in the perimeter. And Liu Renkai, number 82, coming in for Chris McCullough. Again, had a heck of a game himself. 21 points, 18 rebounds. So another double-double stats for him. And Leopards is around draft pick. Checks into the game for the first time. That's number 6, Xiao Wei. Now Gardner, the only import for both sides, is remaining on the court, and Smith's long two does not fall. There's a double team. Gardner had a tough break there. They also have number 8, Jay, in for the Leopards side. Number 10, also checking in, Harrison, Ding Guanhao. As well as former captain, number 27, Timmy. Michael is done for today, coming off the bench. He's got 6 points, 2 assists. Holds calling for his last timeout tonight with the score 116-98. Again, they just could not pick up where they left off in the first quarter. Just been playing catch up in every single quarter, including this one now. Now, as I mentioned before, the Kings were leading 15-9, but again, just not having a solution for the Leopards. Having a versatile and strong bench, in which they did not quite have last season, but different story now as they continue to sit comfortably at first place. Jae-Soo finding Leo, 6 seconds on the shot clock, comes in for the bucket. Tough look, Gardner picks up the leftovers. Xiaowei resetting outwards, and here's Timmy, 27. Too little, too late, but the Taoyuan Taiwan Beer Leopards take tonight's win over the new Taipei Kings, and that's it for their winning streak. The Kings lose their first game in this final homestand in a while. Score 116-100. I'd say the player of tonight's game, well, it is one of the import players, including Check Diallo, 26 points, 9 rebounds. But as we see the final score, the final stats here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium, they're from the field. The Leopards just made more over the Kings with a higher three-point percentage. They made more rebounds, 37 defensive rebounds over the Kings' 25. Again, we're talking about Check Diallo being the big man on the court, really being a huge benefit for the Leopards today. And to bring up another player shortly before we talk about the upcoming game that is at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. Also, the Taipei Taixing Mars come in for the Metro Series. And as we see our weekend games, I'll be down south in Kaohsiung for the Formosa Dreamers in town to play the Kaohsiung Aquas. That's their first game coming out.
I feel like we playing good. We on our way to keep going up to get better as a team, and we just got to take it one day at a time, and that's it. Thank you. Yep.
McCulley coming off the bench, 22 points, 18 rebounds in today's match. But another player to call out on is Lasan Chroma. He polished off 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. As we're wrapping up, that's head coach of Zhengda University on the screen. Now we're wrapping up here at Xinzhuang Gymnasium. What a match for the Taoyuan Taiwan Beer Leopards, really just establishing themselves as the #1 team in TPBL. But not all hope is lost. New Taipei Kings, as we saw, they have a game against the Taipei Taixing Mars. So I want to thank you guys again for tuning into this TPBL broadcast. Happy New Year, as well as Happy Ramadan to all of our viewers, and we'll see you at the next match. Take care.